Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everyone. And we are finally here. We are at the Winners Readathons party. The Readathon has officially ended, meaning we have official winners of the Readathon. So, I do want to go over what the Readathon was. So, this year or last year because it's 2024, last year we began the Readathon the beginning of December. It was extended 2 weeks into January. Um, we had a readathon party where we read books from Sickle Cell Warriors that everyone who participated in a readathon party received the points as long as they did the book reports. We had we also participated. We also read a book at the Sickle Cell Expo in December, which everyone who participated in that also was able to receive points for that. We had a time reading books in this, what, 6 weeks. And so we have winners, awesome, awesome winners. I'm very excited about that. So I just want to reiterate what the winners will get for the readathon. So, first place, I'm going to go from third place. Third place is an SC3 grab bag and a book by a sickle cell warrior. Because, or caregiver, as long as the sickle cell is by a caregiver or warrior or a sickle cell related book. We got to support our community. Second place is the SC3 mystery box and a book. And then first place is the entire sickle cell library and the SC3 mystery box. You guys, we have awesome prizes this year. I'm excited about the sickle cell library because I got it. And of course, I love to read books, as you all can probably tell. I geek out on books. Um, I do want to share some of the books that I've read during the readathon. Unfortunately, I cannot participate, but I did have fun reading. Right now, I'm actually reading The Color Purple, and that's because I've actually never read it. I've seen the play, I've seen the musical, and I saw the movie. So I actually wanted to read the book, and I found out the book was banned. So I was a little concerned that I wasn't going to be able to get it, but Barnes and Nobles had it. Um, I read A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I read A Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Kennedy. Actually, I read that entire series over. It is just something about that series that does it for me. The Maddox brothers is five of them, and the way she describes them just makes you fall in love with them. I love that series. It's one of my favorite. And then I needed a little Matthew Claremont, so I read the Discovery of Witches trilogy. I read a lot this past 6 weeks. And then I read the first six books and the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by my favorite author, J.R. Ward. So now I'm working on The Color Purple. And then the next one I'm going to read is Like Water for Chocolate because I was packing up my old apartment and I found it from when I was in college. And I know I've read it because I had to read it in college, but I don't remember what it was about. But I believe it's like a New York Times bestseller. So I'm going to reread that one next. So I've been having loads of fun reading. And I hope you guys have been having loads of fun reading as well. Because, I mean, let's be for real. Reading is fun. I know a lot of people think it isn't, but if you get the right book, like I'm telling you, J.R. Ward is just something that she does that just makes you escape. It makes you forget about everything and then gets you into the character. And it's something about an author that makes you fall in love with the characters or makes you angry with the characters. I read a book where one of them, I wanted to beat the lady down. That's how good she wrote the characters. So I hope everyone has had fun reading the books as much as I have. I hope everyone enjoyed the books that we read. That was by Warriors. Um, Kamaya, we did Kamaya and the Beach. We did Just Like Me, and a few others. I hope you guys all enjoyed hearing those books and were able to go out and support the sickle cell warriors and authors of it. So we are going to start announcing winners. Are you guys ready? Okay. My drum roll sucks, so I'm not even going to do the drum roll. Um, but I'm going to try. Drum roll, please. Yeah, it sucks. Okay. Now we have several different categories for the readathon. In the K through third category, that's kindergarten through third grade, we have one winner, a miss, and that is first place. She is 7 years old. She actually just turned 7 and is in the first grade. And she had 10 points. She won first place. And so Miss Elise Pinton will be receiving the Sickle Cell Library and a SC3 mystery box. Congratulations, Elise. Hand claps, you guys. Hand claps all around, all around. Did you all clap? I hope you all clap. All right. Our next category is the children's, the fourth through eighth category. And the winners for that is Faith Goodson is taking second place. She is winning an SC3 mystery box and a book of her choice by Sickle Cell Warrior out of our Sickle Cell Library. So congratulations to Faith. She has 3 points. Congratulations. Woo! Hand claps all around. And first place in fourth through eighth is Rory Hackney. Shamanica Wiggins is her mother. She has 5 points and she won first place. Congratulations, Rory. Woo! Hand claps all around. And Rory is going to be winning the Sickle Cell Library and a SC3 mystery box. Congratulations. Woo! Hand claps all around. Now, the adults section of this readathon got deep, people. When I say it got deep, it got deep. This readathon, last readathon, the kids went in heavy. And it was because it was during their summer break. They wasn't really doing anything. They didn't have school. And so they went in heavy. They were fighting each other for points. But the adults this time, the adults went in heavy. They really did. And you know what? If I was allowed to submit my points until, I'd have been a contender up in there. I'd have took one of these positions. I'm just letting y'all know. I ain't even add up what my points was, but it would have been a lot of points. But you know what? I ain't gonna do it. I'm not. It's for y'all. But the adults, you guys went in heavy, and I am so thankful for everyone that participated in the readathon. I know a lot of us don't like to read, but reading is one is informative. You learn a lot. You increase your vocabulary. And it's a form of escapism, especially for us as sickle cell warriors. I know for me, when I started back reading, it was I needed to escape. I was having so many crisis attacks that nothing was helping. Music was the only thing that was helping, but once I got through a certain album and it wasn't helping anymore, I needed something else to get me through it. So picked up a book, went to the library, picked up a book. And actually, not a library. I went to the bookstore and picked up a book. And I actually have to thank my cousin for this. I'm not really how can I put this? I'm not really a girl. I don't like shopping at all, unless it's for books. I don't count that as shopping. That's something totally different. So I don't really care for shopping. And I was having a crisis attack, and me and my cousin, we was in New York after we left the dance class at Alvin Ellie's studio. I was starting to have a crisis attack. She wanted to go into the leotard store to buy, I don't know, some fluffy, what's some things the ballerinas wear? Leotards. And before I told her, I'll go with you, but first let's go to the bookstore. Went to the bookstore and I picked out about 3 different books. Actually, it was one by J.R. Ward, Dark Lover. It was the first one in the series. So I bought the first 3 books of that. We went inside that leotard store. Now, we was only in Barnes and Nobles for 20 minutes. We went inside that leotard store and was in there for 2.5 hours, people. Okay? Yeah. So I was sitting there with the rest of the husbands and the fathers that was having their daughters and their wives that was trying on leotards. I was there with my book, and I had read the entire first Dark Lover, sitting there in 2.5 hours. So I say that to say that was my form of escapism, of pure out of my mind boredom. That's how bored I was. That I read an entire book, and from then it just has grown. From there, it just has grown to the point where I just love reading books, and it's a form of escapism. Um, so I want to thank everybody once again for participating in the readathon, because with that, we do this for you guys. We try to find activities and things that the community will like to do, and one of the things we hear is reading and writing, creative content, different things like that is what people enjoy. So we will be doing this again because I think everyone loved it. Um, so make sure you guys, if you didn't participate this time, you can always participate later in December when we do it again. Or we might do it in the summertime to make sure we have more children participate. So just to reiterate, before we get to adults, because I know you guys are dying for the adult winners. It was deep. The winners for K through third, first place was Elise Pitton. And fourth through eighth, second place was Faith Goodson. And first place was Rory Hackney. So congratulations to all of them that are winners. Now, time for the adults. Here we go. So their point, the adults were second. They were reading a lot, and especially first place winner. And everyone was reading a lot, and I thank you all so much. They even gave me a couple of books that I'm actually going to look up and read as well. That's how good it was. So here we go. Now, third place goes to Anitra Yami, and I apologize if I am butchering your name, and I know I am. But third place goes to Aricha Yami. She had 27 points. Congratulations. You are the winner of an SC3 grab bag and book. So congratulations, Aricha. Now, so our second place winner is, drum roll please, Miss Carla Colfer. Woo! Miss Carla Colfer is our second place winner. She had 66 points. Congratulations, Miss Carla. Oh, okay. I see Anitra said thank you. You are so welcome, Anitra. And I know I'm butchering your name. I wish you was here on live so that I could so we could actually talk and find out what was your favorite part about the readathon. But you are the third place winner. And Miss Carla Colfer, you are our second place winner. Congratulations. And Miss Carla, you are the winner of an SC3 mystery box and a book that is in our sickle cell library. So congratulations to you ladies. You guys were awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, for our first place winner, drum roll please, with 104 points. Our first place winner is Miss Etta Carter. Miss Etta Carter is our winner, and she is here. She is the winner of the entire sickle cell library, and a SC3 mystery box. And so we are going to be able to hear from Miss Carter. Hi, Miss Ada. Looking just so
Hello,
beautiful.
hello. Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank
You
you,
are
thank
our
you, thank
first
you.
pink winner. Now, let me
Thank
tell
you
you
so
something, Miss
much.
Ada.
Oh,
You and
wow.
Miss Carla was going back and forth. Y'all was fighting. I was looking at, I was like, oh snap, is who is going to be? You guys are going. So I want to know from you, how did you like the readathon?
Actually, I loved it. I have so many books I haven't really finished. And I said, let me do this. This will be my new challenge for the new year to finish some books. So that's what I did. I was reading so many I haven't done in a while. And it was really good. Got my mind going, relaxing, reading each night before I go to bed, during the day. When I'm on the bus, I'm reading, I'm just reading. So it was great.
I mean, you knocked that challenge out of the ballpark, Miss Etta.
Yeah. Yes, my eyeballs hurt.
So, what was one of the favorite books that you read during the readathon?
Well, I read so many different varieties, business books, finance books, romance books. I did Viola Davis book. Very interesting, very powerful.
Ooh,
Um,
Viola Davis has a book out.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. And you
yes.
said it was very powerful.
It's about her life, and she starts it off powerful in the beginning. That's what
Ooh,
gets you reading.
I'm about to go buy that book.
Hold on, let me grab it real quick.
Okay, okay. See, this is what I like. I like book recommendations. Miss Carla said, Miss Etta, I'm gonna need to borrow a book.
Yes, ma'am. Here it goes.
Oh wow. Oh yes, I'm going to go get that. I
Yes.
I love reading books by Black women. It's just it's something about like their story. Like I've done both of Michelle Obama's books. I've done not Taraji. I'm trying to think of the other one. She's an actress and a comedian. I can't think of, and she was on a New York Times bestseller. I cannot think of her name, but she was in a movie with I can't think of her name, but I've done her book. I've done quite a few of the autobiographies, and I just love reading the stories of these women and the triumph that they go through.
You will love her book. You definitely will love her book.
I am
She
definitely it's
she
going right
starts
inside of
out
my Barnes
so
and Noble.
powerful in the beginning. Yes.
And
So
I love
it's
me some Viola Davis because baby, can nobody do a crying scene like Viola Davis, okay? No one can do a crying scene like Miss Viola Snot, and they just all like she makes you feel it. No,
yes, she does.
and she
Yes, she
told me how to
does.
get away with murder too. So
Yes.
yes, yes, she did. So was that your favorite book that you read during this during the readathon, or was it another one?
Actually, I read this one, Chocolate Fair.
Mm.
This was very interesting, but you know what? I was supposed to read the first book. I thought this was the first book, but it's the actual second book. It's like a continuation. So I gotta go back and read the first one.
I've done that before. I saw like a cover of a book and Barnes and Noble was like, "Ooh, this look good," and then I would read it and find out like, "Oh, this is the second book to the." So I got to go back and read the
That
other
yeah,
one and find out what happened.
but this is really interesting. I like that. So I mean, all of them very good. So I can't pick a favorite yet.
Do you have a favorite genre of book that you like to read? Like I think one of my favorite genres to read is romance, and for me, it's yeah, it's definitely romance. It's just something about falling, especially if the author does it right. Not all authors do it correctly or can bring out that feeling where it makes you fall in love with not just the protagonist or antagonist, but makes you fall in love with the characters. Because baby J.R. Ward got me loving all of the Black Dagger Brotherhood, their wives, the kids, and everything. She just makes you feel for them. She makes you want to beat somebody up for them. She brings out like that emotion in you, and not all authors can do that.
Well, you know what? I've been trying to read do Walter, what's his name? Walter Mosley, but I haven't gotten to any of his books yet. Um, let's see, one I can't think of the author's name, but I like to do all like varieties. I like a lot of murder mysteries, so
Ooh, I like murder
I can,
mysteries too.
yeah, I like to
I
get
like
into stuff
sci-fi
like that.
also. I like sci-fi also. I know, and I think I go through phases because at one point I was going through a sci-fi phase where I was reading a whole bunch of science fiction and about dragons and about um, fallen angels and witches and then I went from sci-fi to historical sci-fi where it was like history, actual history written into the sci-fi, which was actually
Mm-hmm.
really cool because it taught me a lot. That's why I love Deborah Hawkins. She brings history alive in a different way. And then I was
Okay.
like romance. I was then I got stuck on romance and kind of like action books. So yeah,
Okay.
and then I switched back and forth between like autobiographies, and I love looking at the New York Times bestseller list to see if I find anything interesting that I would want to read. Because it's been a couple of times I'll go to the New York Times bestseller list, so like, okay, let me see what they got. And I actually read what was on there. I was like, okay, I see why this was on the New York Times bestseller list. This is good.
Okay then.
Have you ever
Good.
checked out the
Okay.
New York Times bestselling list?
Actually, no, I haven't, but her Viola's book is on that list.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that one. And Miss Carla Colfer says Cicely Tyson has a good biography book. I am
Oh,
definitely going to get hers too. Because we all love us some Miss
okay.
Cicely Tyson.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
get that one too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would like to and to start a book club, like a sickle cell book club, where maybe like once every month or once every 2 months, we get together. We say at the beginning of the month, hey, this is the book we're going to read. Um, Read it, then come and discuss it. Do like a Facebook Live or do a Zoom call, and everyone that wants to join that read the book could get on and discuss it. Because it'd be like some of the books I read, I've been needing people to talk about it because I need to discuss like, hey, am I tripping? Or is this how you interpreted it too? Because all of our interpretations be different.
Right. That's so true. Sure. Let's do one. I'll
Yeah, I
join.
mean, yeah, I think it's a lot of people that will love to do a book club, and I'm thinking I'm going to start that because I think our community we really like that. Like it would be really awesome. We could agree whether we want to do a series or we just want to do one of those standalone books. Pick a book, pick a date to meet on a Zoom call and discuss it because I just it's like some of the books that I've read lately because I watch a lot of TikTok, right? And so they got like the TikTok. If you go into Barnes and Nobles, they had the TikTok shop. So the books that have become they call it book talk. So the books that have become popular because people were talking about them on TikTok, they put them out. So I've been reading a few of them, and I've asked some of my friends like, "Hey, have you read this? This is on TikTok." So I read it, and no one's read it. I'm like, I gotta discuss this with somebody. I need to know because some of these books, I'll be
Okay.
like, "Oh my god, they ain't had to do it like that," and I just need to know if it's me.
Well, yes. Go ahead and do that. I would love to join.
Anitra says she would love to also, and Miss Carla says she a book club sounds really good. So you know what, guys? I think we are going to do a book club. I think that is going to be a
Yay!
lot of fun. I'm excited about that because I think it's going to be so much fun. One, we're definitely going to read books by sickle cell authors. I think I love reading their books because I love seeing how they think differently and what they put into their books, the emotion behind it. Like I'm almost done with my novel, the first part of my novel, and so that's gonna be one of the ones we're gonna have to read in the book club. I'm gonna need y'all edits to tell me how it is.
Oh,
But
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting.
yes,
I'm
so
waiting.
it's going to be it's. I think it's important for us to one to support each other, but two, it also gives us a sense of idea of not just community, but an idea where we know we're not alone. Like I know when I read Dr. Simone's book, I know what she's gone through some of the things that I've gone through that she's written in the book. So now I don't feel alone because I know, okay, this is what somebody else has written this down. So this isn't just like it's just me in my journals. This is actually what somebody else has gone through, and I've gone through the same thing. And I know with the children's book for sickle cell, and I've always said this, I wish I'd have had children sickle cell books growing up because I was the only person I knew with sickle cell until I went to the camp. I didn't have any sickle cell friends or anything. So it's very lonely, and I'm the only person in my family that has sickle cell. So it's very lonely, and you can't really talk to people. But these books that we are warriors are that are writing for the kids, so they don't feel alone, so they don't feel ostracized, so they
Right.
do feel normal, and that they can't do this and they can't do that. It's very important. So I want to make sure that we support our warriors and stuff. It doesn't every time we read a book doesn't have to be a sickle cell warrior book, but I would like us to make sure we incorporate sickle cell warriors book because I think it's just good to support the community and also to just not feel so alone and read what other people think about sickle cell as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ooh.
Yes, we. So when
Book.
are we going to start this?
So I'm thinking we start. So, do anyone have an idea of what book to read? Because I'm saying I'm down. I am good to do this in March. If we choose, because February is such a short month, and depending on what type of book we choose for it, if it's a
Mm-hmm.
long book or whatever, I just want to make sure people have time enough to read the book. So if we do March, the first week in March, we could do that. We'll announce what the book is February. And so, does anybody have any ideas of what books they would like to read in February?
Um, no. Well, what book are you thinking?
Um, well, Miss Carla did suggest Cecily Tyson's. She said, but she read that already.
Oh, okay.
Um, has everyone read The Color Purple?
No.
I haven't neither. I just started it. So we could look on the New York Times bestseller and see what they have on there and choose a book from there. Um, or we could just I could find out because instead of people having to go out and buy a book, um, they have like EPUBs where you could download the books for free and read it on. Now, me, I'm a little different. I actually like physical books, so I will go out and
Mhm.
buy the books. But they have websites and apps where for people who don't want to don't want actual books because then they have to give them away or throw them away or whatever. They have like the electronic documents for free. And so it's the electronic documents. So I can give you guys websites to where you could download it for free and read it as a e-publication or listen to it as an audio as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's different websites for that. Um, yeah, I just think we need to come up with what book
Right.
we want to read. Come up
Okay.
with what book we want to read, and then definitely do it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, let's do this.
Aricha is saying The Color Purple. And Miss Etta, you said you didn't read it. I haven't
No, I
finished
haven't.
it. I literally just started it. So maybe The Color Purple. It is a New York Times bestseller.
Okay.
The musical was good. I'm really dying to find out how closely related is the movie to the book.
Someone told me it's not. It's more in the book than it is in the movie.
Oh, it's more in the
So
book than it is in the movie.
yeah,
Wow.
so I don't know how true that is. So
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we are going to do that. Um, you know what? I make sure you guys follow us on social media. We are going to put the date of what the book is going to be that we're all going to read, and I will make sure that I include. Um, I agree with you, Aricha. I will include the website where you could get the book for free or a discount with the or audiobook with the discount because I know some people prefer audiobooks. Now I got a question, Miss Etta, do you like audiobooks?
I never really had the opportunity to listen to an audiobook before.
Okay, so my favorite author, right? J.R. Ward. So she comes out with about I want to say 2 to 3 books a year. And so I look forward to it all the time. But this time she came out with one book, and it was like the book I was waiting for her to write for like 13 years. Okay? I was waiting for her to write. She released it only on audio. When I tell you,
I
I
know
was like,
you was
what? So I did listen to it on audio, but it took me like weeks because when I would listen to it, if I was like riding in the car or something, I would end up falling asleep. Or if I was listening to it before I go to bed, I would fall asleep. And it just didn't I just couldn't understand it as
yeah,
well.
right.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I think it was a year later, I think a lot of people complained and she brought it out on hardback. And so then I read it and I was like, okay, this is what I was waiting for 13 years. So I know a lot of people like audio. I'm not one of those. And I need to like flip the pages. You know, I need to feel the pages in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Something
You
about a
gotta flip
physical
them.
book. Yes. Something about the physical book. Oh, okay. Miss Carla says she's listening to Spare by Prince Harry. Oh, is that about his relationship with his with Princess Meghan Markle? Because you know, I don't think I would read that too. I always like Prince Harry. It's something about the red hair, the freckles. He's so cute. Just so cute. The gingers are just so cute. Yes, Miss Carla, I did hear. Yes, the book is a little more explicit. I'm on page like 4 or 5, and I'm like, dang, she went through it. But I did not realize that the color purple, because the way they did it, and I never understood why they called it the color purple. That was the other reason why I wanted to read the book. But I took my niece and my sister-in-law to go see it, go see the musical because I wanted my niece to see um, representations of different kind of black women on screen. Um, and I mean they're different colors, dark skin, light skin, brown, chocolate. I wanted her to be able to see what's the name because she's getting at the age where everything on social media is making her question whether she loves her skin. And I tell her all the time, baby, you
Oh
chocolate.
wow.
You need to
Mm.
love your skin. And so I took her to see The Color Purple because I saw the musical, the play when it first came out, like years ago. I was in college, and I remember it being so much about sisterhood and about black women being there for each other that I wanted to make sure that she knew that as well. So it did bring that out into it as well. So she was very excited and she liked it, and she now sees that you need to love your color and everything. But I was like, when they showed the purple flowers, and I was like, is that why it's called the color purple? So I need to know for my sake, because it never says in the first movie why it's called the color purple. And I don't remember it saying it in this one. So I need to know for my sake why is it called the color purple? That's the other reason why I bought it.
I think in the first one, it was they was trying to explain it where it wouldn't hurt people's feelings the way the society is. But I can't remember everything from the first movie when I first seen it. And then I just seen this one, the musical. It's a little different, but some of the things are still the same, just different characters and just more singing. So it's best to read the book to really understand everything from the book. Then you can probably understand the musical and everything else.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's any movie that I've seen that was from a book first that I could say the book wasn't better, that the movie was better. Oh, you know what? Vampire Diaries. Let me not lie. Vampire Diaries. That was a TV show.
I know my kids,
Vampire
my
Diaries
kids
TV
used to
show was
watch
better
that.
than a book. Yeah, it was that was better than a book because I remember when I was watching Vampire Diaries, they was like, you know, that's based off of a series. I was like, no, word. So I went out and I bought the series, and yeah, the the TV series was better than the book. The book wasn't that bad, but the TV series was just better. But other than that, like every other book that I've read, and don't kill me, people, I've never read the Harry Potter series. Heck, I just actually saw like three of the Harry Potter movies. So I haven't read the books yet. I'm thinking about reading it, but I'm thinking about doing it with my niece and my nephew because they're around that age where they need to be reading more anyway. So I figured the summertime we'll do like summer reading and we'll do the Harry Potter series because that's kid friendly, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that I believe that should be kid friendly. So yeah. But I'm excited, you guys. We are going to do a book club because I've been
Yay.
dying to talk to people. Because I'm already in like the color purple, like up to page 5 or 6. And it's already some things. I wrote some notes down like, okay, we gotta talk about this. Like this is wow.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the color purple, right?
Okay, I'm down. We can start with the color purple. And I could
Okay.
get you guys links to where you could either download a PDF file to read it, get a discount on the audio. I would make a flyer for it, and then the first week in March, we can all get together and discuss it.
Okay.
Oh, I also
Okay.
found out that The Color Purple is part of a series.
Oh,
That
it
is,
is?
yeah, that is 3 books. Yeah,
Oh.
it's 3 books. I found that out while I was looking for it because my mentor had asked me about it, and I said that I thought it was just one off book, but when I went and looked on it, it's like a trilogy, but it's kind of a weird trilogy because the way the color purple goes by the other 2 books, because I saw them in Barnes and Nobles and bought them, they're not in the same writing style. It's a like the same person wrote it, but it's like a different type of. She tells the story differently.
So are the other 2 books you supposed to read first, then the color purple?
No, you're supposed to read the color purple first. That's the first book. And then the
And then
next one is called, I'm trying to think, something, I forget. It's called, I'll tell you right now. But it's 3 books. I didn't know that neither. And I was like, oh wow. It's it's a whole series. But it is the second book is um Walker. Yeah, I didn't know it was part of a series because the second book is called. Why can't I find the name of the second book? And I couldn't find the original cover for it neither. The second book is The Temple of My Familiar. And then I think the third one is Meridian. Or the second one is Meridian, and the third one is The Temple of My. Um, no, the second one is Meridian. And then the third one is The Temple of My Familiar. So it's and it's a little different. Like I read the back of the books of it. Um Sealy is still in um both of them. And then it's also Suge is in one of them. So it's like a continuation of Sealy and Suge. I believe that's Meridian. And then just Sealy in the last one, if I'm not mistaken, when I was reading the cover. But I have to say, I'll let you guys know. But we could definitely start off with The Color Purple. And we could read that. And
Okay.
so I will look up the I will look up the information I need to get you guys so you could download a copy of it. I'll make a flyer, post it on Facebook for people who want to join and read in with us. And is Fridays good for you guys to meet? Maybe do like 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to get together and discuss
That's
the book.
that's fine with me.
All right, I will check with the others, and yep, I will email you guys. So then that would be March the 1st. Oh wait, we have a first partner meeting that Friday, so we might have to do March 8th. Yeah, we have a first partner meeting. So if we do March 1st, it would have to be after the
Okay.
partners meeting. So if that's not too late for you guys, we could do that as well. But the color I'm excited. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd.
Okay.
Yes, I'm excited. So you guys, I want to thank you guys so much for one participating in the readathon. You guys were awesome. You was fighting it out for those points. I had fun reviewing your book reports and learning stuff. Um, Thank you guys so much for always supporting the Sickle Cell Consortium. Thank you guys for bringing back my love of reading. Before the readathon, I think I hadn't read a book in like 4 months. And so before then, I was doing at least like 20 books a year. And so
Oh wow. Okay.
I did 10 books in 6 weeks. So I'm very proud of myself. I'm getting back to the love of reading. And I want to say congratulations once again to all of the winners. You guys are going to be receiving an email from me with a prize form that you have to fill out so that I can send you guys your prizes. Congratulations, everyone. And Miss Etta, congratulations to you for being our top
Well,
winner.
well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Congratulations to everyone else. This was fun and I enjoyed it. And I will continue to read and can't wait for our book club.
Me neither. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at dgoodson, good, and then son like a boy, at sicklecellconsortium.org. We're going to put that inside the chat. So if you guys have any questions, once again, just email me. Thank you all so much for joining us. And make sure you guys, oh, also to let you guys know, today is the last day to become a partner in order to get financial assistance to attend the Leadership Summit in April. So make sure you guys go ahead and fill out the credential papers. Tonight is the deadline to receive financial support. You can still partner and credential with the consortium, but you will not be able to get financial support to attend the Leadership Summit in April. All right, and we'll put the link inside the chat for credentialing. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Miss Etta. I always love seeing you. Just so gorgeous. Love you. Thank you guys, and
Thank
congratulations,
you.
everyone. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.